Hey guys, we're back to learn more about our state and all the plants and animals that live in it. So we talked, are you all right, Lou? Do you guys hear him whining? Oh my goodness. Mr. Kim is outside and he is just so sad. He's acting sadly, as our spelling words tell us. So we learned already about the mountain region and the plants and animals that live there. Not all of them, but some of them. Today we're going to learn about the Piedmont. I'm distracted by Lou drinking his water. He drinks it so loudly. Wow, he must be thirsty. It is kind of warm today. All right, we're just going to keep going. I will talk loud. So we talked about the mountains. Now we're going to talk about the Piedmont, and that's where we live. So before we start, why don't you just close your eyes and think or look outside. What are some plants and animals that you see a lot around your house? Think about it. We should be very familiar with the Piedmont. While you think, I'm going to get set up. All right, let's get going here. So here's the Piedmont. It's the middle part of our state where we live. Here are some plants that we might see: magnolia trees, honeysuckles, longleaf pine trees. We might see gray squirrels, white-tailed deer, and red-shouldered hawks. So let's see them. Here's the magnolia tree. Ooh, I love magnolia trees. I had one in my backyard when I was growing up. They can grow between 15 and 80 feet tall. So here's this man, and this is a big magnolia tree, right? They have wax on their leaves to help protect them and keep water inside. Magnolia flowers are big and white or pink. So here's a magnolia flower down here. The seeds inside the flowers are food for birds and insects. They also attract bees to pollinate the tree. And I'm going to tell you what, those magnolia flowers smell really good too. They used to smell up my whole backyard. Magnolias are ancient plants, which means they're really old. They are over 95 million years old and were here before bees. They can live to be 100 years old. Okay, so you got the magnolia tree. We've got honeysuckles, and they are climbing vines that can reach almost 25 feet. Honeysuckles are known and named for their sweet, edible nectar. The scent of the flowers is sweet and fruity and tends to attract hummingbirds and butterflies. The flowers bloom in the summer and fall. The flowers come in white, yellow, orange, or red. You can eat the nectar from the flowers and the petals. You can even eat the stem and cook it like a vegetable. It's also used in medicine. Honeysuckle flowers are also used in cat toys because cats like the smell of the flowers. So we've got honeysuckles. It smells good in our section of the state, right? We got honeysuckles smelling good, magnolias smelling good. And we have longleaf pine trees, and they have pine needles that grow about 8 to 18 inches and grow in a bundle of 3. The seedlings look like grass for a few years while it grows a long taproot. The grass stage helps protect it from fire. The wood of the tree is used for lumber, paper, and furniture. It's a natural resource, right? Many animals eat the pine needles and make nests in the trees. Some animals include rabbits, woodpeckers, squirrels, and deer. So these are our pine trees. You could probably look out in your backyard and find some pretty easily, right? They're all over. So those are the 3 plants that we're going to learn about today. Then we've got our animals. We've got a gray squirrel, and I bet you see gray squirrels all the time. The gray squirrel is North Carolina's official state mammal. So just like we have a state bird, the cardinal, and a state reptile, the eastern box turtle, that are both in the mountains, we also have a state mammal, and it's a gray squirrel. They can live in forests, cities, parks, and even in neighborhoods with just a few trees. They eat nuts, seeds, tree buds, insects, mushrooms, and even bird eggs. During the autumn or the fall, they hoard their nuts and bury them everywhere. So they gather up a bunch of nuts and they bury them all over the place in the fall. The nuts they forget to go back and eat sometimes get stolen, or they turn into new trees and shrubs the next year. So here's a squirrel that's hanging out. We see squirrels all over the place, right? I know I do. And then we have white-tailed deer, which we see a lot too. A lot of times on the side of the road, you have to be careful. White-tailed refers to the white underside of the deer's tail. So if you look at his tail right here on the bottom, it's white. It displays its tail and wags when it senses danger. Ooh, so that's a little different than dogs, right? If you have a dog, you know your dog wags its tail when it's happy. The deer wags its tail and shows that white side underneath when it senses danger. So it's like a signal to all of its other deer friends. A white-tail eats or consumes 7 pounds of food every day. That's a lot of food. Adult bucks weigh up to 300 pounds. Does, which is a female, weighs up to 125 pounds. A whitetail can run up to 30 miles per hour and can jump up to almost 10 feet tall. White-tailed deer can live for up to 10 years. Wow. Whitetails give birth to up to 4 young, or 4 babies. Bucks use their antlers as a weapon. So here, the bucks are the male deer, and they have these antlers, and they use them as their weapon to keep them safe. Bucks are shyer than does, so they're more shy than a doe. Deer are, crepuscular. That's an interesting word. It means they come out at dawn and dusk and are partially nocturnal. So we learned about nocturnal animals all the way back in October, and nocturnal animals are awake at night. Deers are kind of nocturnal, so they come out at dawn and dusk, like when the sun's going down, and are up for part of the night, okay? That's deer. And then our last animal is a red-shouldered hawk. And they have large, broad-winged, with long tails and heavy bodies. Female red-shouldered hawks are larger than males. They have reddish upper wing coverts or feathers, which make them look like they have red shoulders. So I'm guessing, let's see, I don't know, maybe this is a female. It's kind of some red right there. They also have dark brown tails and white bands. Their wingspan averages about 3.5 feet. So that's pretty long. It's a pretty long wingspan. Red-shouldered hawks live in forests and swamps. They build their nests 6 to 15 meters or 20 to 60 feet above the ground in branches of hardwood trees and wet woodland areas. So they build their nests high up in trees in the woods. They prefer to have dead trees nearby where they can perch or sit and see the forest floor. Why do you think they want to see the forest floor? What might be down there? Maybe some prey for them to eat? They only live to be about 2 years old. They eat rabbits, squirrels, snakes, lizards, toads, frogs, and crayfish. Their only predator are great horned owls and raccoons who eat their eggs. So their only predator, or the animal that they have to worry about eating them, is a great horned owl, and then they have to worry about raccoons that eat their babies. So here are some more plants and animals that we see here in our area of North Carolina in the Piedmont. We've got some snakes, other types of trees, raccoons. This guy looks like a beaver, different kinds of birds, ducks, other flowers. There's our squirrel friend, okay? So, just like on the mountain video day, I want you to pick one plant and one animal from the Piedmont area, and I want you to draw it, nice and detailed picture, and give me one fact about each of those things. So you can leave this video up if you need to rewind and watch some from the PowerPoint while you write your sentences. Or you can close this video and you can go ahead to Seesaw and you can draw it on the computer. It's up to you, but I can't wait to see everybody's animal and plant that they picked.